This is Gujranwala. Look at the momentum. Look at people. They are on ground. They are on roads. They are against the government.
जवाब भी आपको देना होगा। इस बर्बादी पर आवाम किसका गिरेबान पकड़े? इमरान न्याजी का या फिर उसके लाने वालों का?
ये तहरीक तब तक चलेगी जब तक पाकिस्तान में आईन और कानून का बोलबाला नहीं होगा।
पूरे पाकिस्तान की जमहूरी कुव्वतें एक स्टेज पे भी है, एक पेज पे भी है। अब इस हुकूमत को, इस सिलेक्टेड को, इनके सिलेक्टर्स को हमारा पेज पे आना पड़ेगा, वरना इन सबको जाना पड़ेगा, जाना पड़ेगा, जाना पड़ेगा।
A united opposition, angry citizens, colourful rallies, fiery speeches. It must be a déjà vu moment for Imran Khan Niazi, the cricketer turned politician who clinched power, riding on a wave of such protests. But barely 2 years of his rule and the tide has turned. The people that Imran Khan once led are now protesting against him. The show of strength is unlike anything the Pakistan Prime Minister would have imagined. The Naya Pakistan he once promised now wants a new leader. Tens of thousands have hit the streets with one demand: Imran Khan's ouster from office. Look at these images. What began in Gujranwala has now spread to Karachi. Citizens, government employees, farmers, teachers, doctors, health workers, pensioners, almost everyone is protesting against the Prime Minister of Pakistan.
This is Gujranwala. Look at the momentum. Look at people. They are on ground. They are on roads. They are against the government. The government who has actually made them fall because they were really lacking on their policies. This is the crowd roaring for a change, and change will come.
हमारा टिकटॉक बंद किया, इसमें हम आज बिलावल भुट्टो को सपोर्ट करना है और इंशाल्लाह इमरान खान जल्दी हटेगा।
Leading these people is a united opposition. They call this movement the beginning of the end for Imran Khan. Almost 9 major opposition parties have come together to launch the Pakistan Democratic Movement, the unlikeliest of political unions. I say this because the differences in their ideologies couldn't have been more stark. What unites them, though, is their goal. They all want Imran Khan out of power, some of them rather desperately.
पूरे पाकिस्तान की जमहूरी कुव्वतें एक स्टेज पे भी है, एक पेज पे भी है। अब इस हुकूमत को, इस सिलेक्टेड को, इनके सिलेक्टर्स को हमारा पेज पे आना पड़ेगा, वरना इन सबको जाना पड़ेगा, जाना पड़ेगा, जाना पड़ेगा।
This was Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, the son of murdered former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. He has emerged as a prominent opposition voice in recent months. He promises to fulfill his mother's dream, make Pakistan a real democracy. Standing with Bilawal Bhutto is another political dynast, Maryam Nawaz, the daughter of yet another former Prime Minister, Nawaz Sharif. She's been actively campaigning on Twitter to court the people of Pakistan, urging them to stand by her family. And if social media is any gauge of public opinion, the Sharifs seem to be winning the war of perception.
ये तहरीक तब तक चलेगी जब तक पाकिस्तान को इस नाअहली और नालायकी और सिलेक्टेड हुकूमत से पहुंचने वाले नुकसानों का अजाला नहीं हो जाएगा। ये तहरीक तब तक चलेगी जब तक पाकिस्तान में आईन और कानून का बोलबाला नहीं होगा। ये तहरीक तब तक चलेगी जब तक आपके वोट को इज्जत नहीं मिलेगी।
आपने इलेक्शनों में अवाम के इंतखाब को रद्द करके अपनी मर्जी का नाअहल तोला इस कौम पर मुसल्लत किया। नतीजे में होने वाली बर्बादी के भी आप ही जिम्मेदार हैं।
So the war has begun. The opposition couldn't have been more determined, and Imran Khan's tactics couldn't have been dirtier. Shortly after the Sharifs escalated their attack on the Prime Minister, Maryam Nawaz's husband, Safdar Awan, was arrested from the hotel they were staying in Karachi. The Karachi police is said to have broken into her hotel room and arrested Awan, who is a retired army officer, also an active member of a party, the PMLN. What was his crime? The police say he violated the sanctity of Muhammad Ali Jinnah's mausoleum in Karachi by chanting slogans inside the tomb. Maryam Nawaz says this is Imran Khan's way of blackmailing the opposition into calling off the protests. And blackmail it seems to be. Look at the actions taken by the Pakistan government in the past few days. It has been raiding the houses of opposition leaders, trying to block them from reaching protest sites. Hundreds of opposition workers have been put behind bars. Political activists have been taken into preventive custody. The police has been placing huge containers along bridges to block opposition rallies. Imran Khan is trying all he can to stop the protests from spreading. And he's issued a direct ultimatum to the architect of this movement, Mr. Nawaz Sharif. Imran Khan says that whenever his government gets a hold of Nawaz Sharif, they will not treat him like a VIP. They will lodge him in an ordinary jail. His words.
कि आपने जो मर्जी करना है, जितने मर्जी जलसे करने हैं, जिधर आपने कानून तोड़ा, मैं आपको आज वाजे कर रहा हूं कि मैं सीधा आप जेल में जाएंगे और वो जेल में नहीं, अब वीआईपी जेल में नहीं जाएंगे, अब जाएंगे जिधर आम बेचारा गरीब आदमी, गरीब जिधर मुजरिम जाता है.
In other news, Pakistan is all set to remain on the Financial Action Task Force's grey list. The FATF plenary session begins on the 21st of October. Pakistan has failed to fulfill the terror watchdog's obligations, at least 6 of them. The foremost being action against terrorists like Masood Azhar and Hafiz Saeed. Reports say that 4 nominating countries, the US, the UK, France and Germany, are not satisfied with Pakistan's actions against terrorist organizations operating on its soil. Yet another grey listing is almost a given. The opposition is celebrating already. I'll leave you with this. Thank you for watching Gravitas on WION's YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening around the world, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much for watching. WION, World is One.